we learn behaviors like that. And as parents, we have an obligation to monitor our actions so that our children don't learn the wrong thing. I remember my mom, she came to me a long time ago. My mom came to me, it was a real long time ago. Deshaun was young. And she said, do you know what your son said to me? I was like, what did Deshaun say to me? She was like, your son said he wants to smoke. I was like, okay. And she was like, Uncle Quilly smokes, that's one of my friends. Uncle Chung smokes, Uncle Cheech, those are two more of my friends. Uncle James smokes, I'm putting them all on black. She's like, Daddy smokes. It's like, I want to smoke. I never told Deshaun, you should smoke. I never put a cigarette in his hand and lit it for him and went through the whole thing with him smoking. But he learned that, and he assumed that it was okay because everyone he was around was smoking. I have a responsibility to teach my son, not just with the words that I say, but with the actions that I do before him. The ministry of preparation is purposed to prepare our children for the tests, the challenges, and the situations they will experience in life. We have to make them aware of the traps that we fell into and the mistakes that we made so they do not repeat our failures. That's the ministry of preparations. We train our children where we messed up so that they can go further faster than we did by having to make mistakes. I got to be kind of blunt here because if you're walking and someone's walking behind you and y'all not gonna like me after this. And you step on a turd. Okay? No, somebody stepped on a turd before, right? Right. Okay. At least I kept it as clean as possible. How clean can you keep that? But anyway, and someone's walking behind you, what's the first thing you do? Now I say, because I know somebody get here in the hall. You're like, oh, no. But anyway, what's the first thing you do? You try to warn the person behind you. Don't step in that, right? Right. I hope so. If you don't, y'all need prayer. Yeah. But if you do that, you know it's a bad thing. You don't want somebody to come behind you and do that. Here's the point. It's even, you already got to clean up your own mess. What if it's like Nas and my 3-year-old? I'm going to pick him up and make sure he don't step in it. Because not only do I have to clean up my mess, I gotta clean up his mess too. How many parents in here wind up cleaning up their mistakes of their kids? Amen. When I had Deshaun out of wedlock, I wound up having to come home and live with my mom. She wound up having to participate in me cleaning up my mistake, my mess, because no one prepared me, no one schooled me on how I should live. No one, when I tell the testimony about when I got locked up, when I got thrown in jail. I tried to avoid letting my mom know about it, but eventually she had to help me get out, clean up my mess. I don't want him to even experience the mess. Right. And the benefit of me teaching my sons how the mistakes I made and sharing that testimony with them, they don't make the same mistakes, they don't experience what I experienced, and furthermore, then I don't have to turn around and lose more time helping them to fix it, helping them to right the ship. I look back and I say, I wish somebody would have told me this. I wish I would have had the foreknowledge. That's why, parents, it's important that we take off this air and this bravado that we never made any mistakes. You gotta be willing to, we have to be willing to be transparent even to our kids, even to our children. Be like, you know what? I used to do that, really, and I enjoyed it, but it was the flesh. But the long-term standing ramifications of it, they mess me up. I do not want you to have that same experience. So we have to prepare our children for life. Not just the good parts of life, but the things that are coming to keep them from experiencing the good parts of life as well. Amen?